Hey viewers, if you remember, there's two previous episodes, well actually one kind of melded together, that is how to make the Super Bowl Muffaletta. Now if you've never heard of Muffaletta, they say it was created in New Orleans, but it's very Italian based, and it's done on focaccia bread. This is focaccia bread. You can get it at most higher end bakeries. Butera Foods, Panera Bread has it. You have to order it ahead of time. I picked this particular place to get it because it's a little bit smaller. This is only a 12-ounce loaf. And what we're going to do now is we're going to split it because we're going to make the best Super Bowl sandwich you've ever seen. If you're tired of eating pizza on Super Bowl and chicken wings, this is your baby right here. So we've now split it, okay? Nice. Now what I usually do is flatten it out a little bit like that. And we're going to dress it with the two things that we talked about on the preview. Let's put it that way, in the preview, because I didn't know if our producer was going to put them both together or not. So here we have Olive Tapenade. We talked about how to make it. I bring it out in a big spoonful there. You can spread it out with your spoon or use a spatula, however you decide to do it. But this stuff makes it or breaks it. And as I mentioned before, if you're not in love with olives, don't put olives in it. Just mild jardiniere will do it. There's several different toppings you could go into, but I'll tell you, nobody's going to have a sandwich like this on Super Bowl but you. So we've got that all spread out pretty much as we can get it spread out. And now, that, for all intents and purposes, is the bottom of the sandwich. I'm going to do this for the top of the sandwich. And this is our roasted garlic spread. This is awesome stuff. As I mentioned previously to this is mixed with balsamic vinegar. That's why it's so dark. Okay? But as we've said in previous episodes, what lives in vinegar? Absolutely nothing. That's why I highly recommend, if you're making spaghetti sauce, whatever it is, put a little dash of red wine vinegar in it or whatever vinegar you like, and it will increase the shelf life like forever. Okay, we've done that. Now we're going to start to assemble the sandwich. Okay? And this is totally up to you. I generally start with Mortadella. Now, if you're not familiar with Italian cuisine, Mortadella is a bologna with blobs of fat in it. Sounds gross? Oh, no. Anytime you have pork fat, it's good stuff. So we're going to take this. You can get it in pretty much any Italian deli or any good deli. And we're going to get it spread over the bottom to cover it thoroughly. About 3 slices will do it. If I can get it apart here, it'll be all good. And I hope everybody's having a cocktail and a good 2020. Because I've just got my glass of water here, because you don't want to do the galloping gourmet thing, So that's Mortadella. We start with that. What goes next is Genoa salami. Everybody knows what that is. Get a good grade of salami. Don't buy the cheap stuff. Because this is for you. This is for going in your stomach. If it's just going out to your friends, then get this stuff for the peasants. Okay, so we're going to put that. That'll be your second layer of this marvelous sandwich. Okay, it's a very nice Genoa salami. Now, if it doesn't quite cover the whole sandwich, well, put another slice on it, you cheapskate. Okay, so now we're going to work in a few other things before we assemble more lunch meat. What I generally do is saute up some onions, red onions. I use red sweet onions and yellow peppers. Why I call them sweet onions is if you're not a fan of onions, when you slice up an onion, throw it in a colander, rinse it with water, it'll take the bite out of it. So that's just a tip for you. We spread this in here like as such. And besides, it looks very pretty on there. And like I said, these are sweet peppers. If you want to use green peppers, use green peppers, red peppers, orange peppers, whatever peppers you want. Or if you're a sporting person, jalapeno peppers or poblano peppers. But use them all. Use them all. Huh? How does that look? Pretty good, huh? We've got another one coming up, but in the meantime, we're going to cover that, and this is all part of the master plan. We're going to cover that with some deli-style honey ham. Okay, so you've got a little sweet, you've got a little tart, and now we have this honey ham that we're going to place on here. Good stuff, of course. All right, getting a pretty thick sandwich, huh? Yeah. This will feed one this size at least 4 to 6 people. And by the way, if you hear anything in the background, it's my sous chef, Dolly, which is right here. And that's what all the whining and carrying on is about. Okay, she is temporarily satisfied. So now we will go to spinach. She's the best sous chef I ever had. You know why? Because she never complains. She's just happy to get a little something there. So now we've got sauteed spinach. Now you can use radicchio, works really well. I don't even know if you're familiar with that. That's a type of red lettuce. If you saute it up, it is awesome. Or you can use kale if you're a health nut. Ha, no thanks. Or romaine lettuce is very good on a barbecue or on a grill. Okay, so now we've got that. Oh, here, what the heck? Let's add a little more there. Waste not, want not. Okay, now for our next item is Sopressata. Sopressata is an Italian salami. Okay, and it's cured, not because it was sick, but it's not cured normally by smoking it. Okay, it's an extra dry salami, absolutely awesome. Good for your skin because it's a little fatty. Good for your insides because it makes you smile. Good if you have any Italian friends, they will insist on it. And that is Sopressata. Well, we're not done yet, but already I know your mouth is watering because mine is, and I usually cure it with ice water. Whoa, yeah, ice water. And we have a few final touches here. And because I couldn't get all the Italian lunch meat I wanted, I picked out a smoked turkey breast. Okay, look at this bad boy, huh? Smoked turkey breast. Put it on there, kind of holds everything in. Okay, I almost missed that, but our director caught it, so got to get that on there because we got to keep them happy. And they're happy because they get to eat this when they're done. Okay, is that beautiful or what? So now we're going to put the cheese on it, okay? And that is over here. And in case anybody doesn't know about how you work in the studio, this is cheese. That's what that means. So, now the problem is that, yeah, it gets a little messy. Okay, now I have a pan preheated in the oven. This is important that you do that, folks. This pan has been preheating at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. Okay, so now we're gonna place this. Hopefully we're in a camera angle. And that's greased, by the way. Then we can force things down a little bit. Hear that sizzle? Oh. Force that down a little bit and add a little more cheese because one could never have enough cheese. And then this, we're gonna put a cap on it right now. Now this is going back in the oven for, well, after I spray it anyways, after about, I don't know, for about a good 10 minutes. What I'm doing here is giving you a nice little, you can also sprinkle some sea salt on there if you want, but That's warm. There we go. Get over there. All right, for about 10 minutes. And then when I take it out, it's going to be our Muffaletta. That is one good looking sandwich. Look at that bad boy. Now, the interesting part is getting it off of there. Not that interesting when you're good at it. And that would have been a blooper, huh, if I missed that one. Woo! You know what, I'll leave that for our producer or our staff. Okay, so now comes the moment of truth. I suggest use a serrated knife. And right now this puppy's pretty warm. And I'll just cut it in quarters for now, but you're going to see how big this sandwich is, and you can cut it down from here. You don't necessarily have to leave it in quarters. You can cut it in eighths. See if I get through there. Look at that. Tell me that isn't a sandwich made for a man or a woman or a big eater. Look at that puppy. This is going to our director and our producer, which are present in the studio right now. Let me grab my cocktail. And everybody enjoy this. This goes with a little red sauce, which I have over here. I recommend this. This is homemade spaghetti sauce by me, of course. But that's another episode that we'll do. And let me tell you, that's the best spaghetti sauce. You want to roll naked in that thing when you taste it. That's how good it is. But you drizzle it over the top or dunk it in there. And with that, all I can say is, happy 2020, viewers. We love you. We hope you love us back. Have a good 2020.